heaven is a place on earth, so take me there and pray it works. Do my best to heal and hope that I don't make it worse. I need to right my wrongs every time I write these songs. I've been thinking about the dirt that I done, and I know that time keeps passing on, and the world sure ain't slowing down. We only getting older now. If I knew back then what I know now, these voices may not be so loud. I think back on the things that I done. I cheated on everyone that I love. We had a thing, but I fucked that up. I guess that's just part of growing up. I said things that I never took back. Went a long way and I never looked back. I stay up through the night, don't know if I'll make it right, but I heard heaven is a place on earth, so take me there and pray it works. Do my best to heal and hope that I don't make it worse. I need to right my wrongs every time I write these songs. I be thinking about the dirt that I done, and I know that time keeps passing on like oh yeah, ain't that the truth, yeah. So I can't go on if I don't right all my wrongs. These days I try not to worry about what I can't change, trying not to go back to my old ways. But me and the bottle, we talk till there's nothing to say. On all them long nights, tired of trying to tell myself that this just life, when this ain't life. All we really got is time to make things right, and I promise this time I'll make things right. All I ask, that my missteps lead to brand new paths, cause I've been on the wrong one for way too long. That's why I pour my heart out into all these songs. I heard heaven is a place on earth, so take me there and pray it works. Do my best to heal and hope that I don't make it worse. I need to right my wrongs every time I write these songs. I be thinking about the dirt that I done, and I know that time keeps passing on like oh yeah, ain't that the truth, yeah. So I can't go on if I don't right all my wrongs.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Nice Guys Podcast, episode 74, coming live at you. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in thus far. We look forward to having a great conversation this episode. We appreciate everybody that's, like I said, have joined already, has already commented. Things seem to be popping off, and we really appreciate that. And we got a special episode tonight, boys. We are on a red-hot train here with special guests coming on. This is like the seventh episode in a row. We a couple off the live scene. As soon as we've come to the live scene, we've had a special guest, so we're really appreciative of that. Tonight is no different in that sense. We got a gentleman here that's going to be joining us, chopping it up with us, and we're really grateful for him. And I'm gonna give him a quick intro here in just 1 second. And it looks a little different this time because the long-awaited return of the former MMA heavyweight champion of the world, Duper, has made his return back to the squared circle. Chama's joined us back again, so we're really happy to have him back for this conversation. Another laid-back EP. We're just going to have a nice conversation with our special guest here. We're going to go into some segments, a segment that we've done a couple of times in the last few episodes, a segment that's pretty new to the show, actually brand new to the show, I want to say. We've not done it. We're excited about it. And then we are obviously going to do our top 5 as always. So with that being said, let me give this gentleman here his proper formal introduction, and I hope that I don't screw it up too much. Before I give him the formal side of it, I've known this guy for over a year now. We work together. This dude is a dope dude. We really are appreciative of the fact that he took the time to come on and chop it up with us tonight. So with that being said, this gentleman here was born in the Fort Ashby, West Virginia area. If you don't know where that's at, good luck finding it. Super small town. I thought where I live is small. I think he's got me beat on the small town vibes just a little bit more. Really beautiful area. I have the opportunity to work it for my job and what I do, so I love going out there. It's a really nice area. In the middle school time frame of his life, he moved to Martinsburg, West Virginia, so he went from small town vibes to big city vibes, totally opposite. Has lived there ever since. He played football for Martinsburg High School. He played football at the college level for 1 year. We'll let him talk about that here in a little bit. I got some questions regarding that. The gentleman here is 31 years old, getting ready to celebrate a birthday in the next couple of months. So he's past the 30. I'm getting close to 30, but he's got me beat by a couple years. And then something to note from his professional life, he's had a multitude of jobs, but one that I think is as admirable, especially in that line of work. He worked asset protection for an organization for 13 years, so got to commend him on that. It's a long time to stay at one place. Like I said, he made the switch to the gig that I do last year. He seems to be enjoying himself. He has a way busier area than I do, so he's a lot busier than me, but nonetheless seems to be enjoying it. And then last but not least on his resume here, he is a brother. He has a big family. He has a brother and a sister. Is that correct, brother?
Yeah, that's correct. They're twins.
Okay, so they're twins. He's also a son, obviously, to some wonderful parents. I have not had the opportunity to meet his mother, but I have had the opportunity to meet his father. Great guy. And something that I want to touch on, he is not a stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up to a wonderful little guy who is is a little guy that's around my son's age, and he is a boyfriend. And I don't think we'll have the chats this time, putting the pressure on him to pop the question. So I think I did him a little bit of justice. Probably not, but Seth, how you doing, brother?
Good. How y'all doing this evening?
We're good, man. We're kicking. We're here. We're here.
Yeah, your intro was good. You didn't really miss anything.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we'll touch on the stuff in a little bit more detail here in just a short minute. But with all that being said, before we kick off our wonderful convo, I'm gonna toss it up to these two guys in the top corner of the screen here. D Money Duper, how we feeling?
Hurting.
Yeah. I think me and D Money are kind of in the same boat. He was texting me. He was texting me while we were waiting for it to go live, and he asked me if I needed a kiss, and I said, "Yeah, I do."
Okay.
Yeah. Both in the same boat, but
yeah, we're hurting. We're sad boys tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna have that on them big jobs though. So
Yeah. OSHA didn't help us today, unfortunately.
No.
No, they said you guys can kick rocks for all I care.
That's tough. Tough scene to see.
Yeah, sucks. Hey,
outside of the tough L's in the sports world, how else we feeling? We good?
Other than that, I'm all right.
Kicking, vibing.
Yep, but if I'm sure Duper can attest to this. But if our teams lose, it's a kick to the neck.
Yeah, it is.
For about 6 days, and then it's over. And then if they lose again, it's another 6 days. So you know how that goes.
A vicious cycle.
Yes, that doesn't stop. Does not stop.
We love it. Duper, how you been, brother? You had the couple of weeks off, the last couple of EPs, man. What's been going on?
Yeah, good. Just getting busy with school and working. So kind of the same shit.
Yeah.
But I get a couple of days off, so I'm try to get back into a routine with the gym and kind of refocus on what's really important. And then probably, hopefully, not be as hungover as I am right now for a long time. But,
yeah. Had a lot of water consumption last night.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have to call it water, but
we don't have to anymore.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot.
That's funny.
So.
Hey, we all been there a time or 10, so it's just about saddling back up and knocking it out. So,
right,
good deal. Well, boys, I'm glad you're doing good. Super excited to chop it up, like I said, with our special guest here. And the question that I like to kick off the special guest show, if they're not a returning guest and they're a first-time guest, Seth, so we're gonna start early years. We'll get through, adolescent to adulthood, stuff like that. Talk about growing up and what life looked like for you as a little kid.
So like you said, I come from that small town area.
Yeah.
Everybody, I mean, we lived there. My parents lived there for years and years and years. Like, families rooted there, so everybody knew everybody. Like, if I ran into somebody, it was like, "Oh, I know your dad, I know your mom," so on and so forth. Like, my bus driver I had went to high school with my dad, and so on. Like, teachers, same way, and everything. So it was kind of one of the things where, like, no matter what, you couldn't get away with anything. Everybody always knew you.
Yeah.
Which was fine, because I mean, I wasn't a bad kid or anything. Come from a good family. Always was in sports. Like, I did your normal sports growing up. Football kind of stuck the hardest. Actually, my mother would not let me play football because she thought I was going to get hurt until about the third or fourth grade. Like, I had some friends that were already playing, and they kept asking and kept asking and kept asking when I was going to start playing. And eventually, I think it was like 8 or 9 is when I started. And I basically played from 8 or 9 years old all the way up until I was 19, 20 years old, whatever it was there into college. But that was always a big thing. I mean, I always had the sports side to me. And then I got like the need for speed, or like the adrenaline rush on the other side of me. I like my motorsports. So,
you do.
but then when we moved up here, honestly, it wasn't really too big of a change for me, because I'm a pretty sociable person. So, I mean, I missed my friends that I had back home, obviously, but I think it was right at that perfect time of like being 12, 13 years old. When you move up here, you're already kind of trying to figure out who you are and then meet your friends. So it just kind of clicked as it was. So it really wasn't that big of a transition. Plus, Martinsburg to Fort Ashby is only about an hour and some change.
Okay.
So we would go back. We would go back and visit and everything, but it wasn't too bad. Got to high school, pretty much only focused on football. Played football for Martinsburg all 4 years. Did my thing there. We were the last team to graduate. My junior year and senior year, we made the second round of the state playoff. Then after that, they decided to start winning all state championships. So didn't get to participate in a state championship victory, but we were always a force to be reckoned with in the Panhandle and in the state. So wasn't too bad. I actually, a little fun fact about that, I kicked for the team as well. So I did field goal and kickoff.
Oh, really?
Extra point field goal. I couldn't punt because I was a toe style kicker. So I never could get the punt down. So they had a soccer kid come up and do that. But I mean, I could put some back. I mean, I feel like I could probably still put some back if I really had to.
Yeah.
So if I ever find myself at a game and there's some prize money to be won, I might volunteer.
So what you're saying is if Pat McAfee finds his way to you and you got 100,000 on the line, you're gonna go ahead and win that money then.
I'm gonna put that thing right through the uprights. You're right.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
And then I really didn't know too much of what I wanted to do once I graduated. Kind of like every other kid that graduates high school. I tried to play football at the next level. I only played a year. Realized it wasn't for me. I had some back issues and stuff. And then I ended up transferring to a community college, got my associates, and then I transferred to Shepherd, finished out with my 4-year. And then throughout that whole time, I was working in asset protection like you were.
Get him back here in a second. You muted up. Hit the mute button for me. There we go.
Sorry about that. I had somebody trying to call me.
You're good.
Yeah, it was a good stepping stone while I was working, going to school, and then my original goal was I was going to be a teacher, and then had some mishaps with that. I mean, I still graduated, but the professional base test gave me some trouble, and then I pursued what I do now from the asset protection field, which is working what you and I both do. So, which is definitely enjoyable.
100% would agree with you.
Yeah. Back it up a little bit, I guess. When I got my driver's license, that's when I figured out I have a a love for motorsports. So anything that has an engine in it, I mess with it. Bikes, cars, off road stuff. I mean, you name it.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like my go-to activity now, I guess, more than anything.
For sure. So let me ask you. So growing up in Fort Ashby, just your parents lived there. I know your grandparents lived there now. Did they grow up there as what? Like, did they live there when you were a kid too?
So my grandparents on my mom's side actually lived in Cumberland, which is across the river, the Maryland part.
Right.
Her family went to Fort Hill. My dad was actually a foster child. We know his real parents, like we know his real dad. He actually doesn't live but like 20 minutes from where I'm at now. So we go and see him and stuff still, and there's never a hard feeling. But him and his brother that now lives in Texas were taken into a foster family there in Fort Ashby area. And so I have kind of like a second family, I guess. Like we always referred to them as grandma, grandpa, Pat, whatever. And they're all still in that area. So yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody family wise that I've ever known is in that area. Cousins, uncles, besides my dad's brother who moved to Houston when he was about 22-ish, 23. He moved to Houston. He's lived down there ever since. We try to go see him when we can, but he built a pretty good electrical business down there, and he's just kind of put his roots down there. But everybody else is pretty much right in this little area.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. D Money's brother, the one in the top, Dustin. We call him D Money on the show. We don't like to drop governments out here, but but D Money's brother and his part of his family live in Texas too. So
nice.
He definitely can understand. D, you want to tell him what part?
My brother, his girlfriend, and their son live right in San Antonio, and then my grandparents live, I think, east, probably about 15 minutes in Bill Verde, and then my mom lives, I think, west about 30 minutes in New Braunfels.
Okay, New Braunfels. I've been there.
Yeah, that place, it's big down there, man. It's pretty wild. It's nice down there, though. I'm trying to go down next year because I obviously don't get to see, everyone I just named very often because of it. And like you were saying, trying to go down there, but it's hard when prices for flights are $400 or $500 for a round trip. And I'm assuming you're going to be paying for more than just you, so... Yeah.
Yeah, and the drive is not easy. No. The drive is no fun.
No.
So
hell no.
But
that's like what 20? I think it's 23 hours to San Antonio.
Yeah. You'd have to, if you really trucked it, you'd still have to stay a night somewhere just to be able to get some sleep. But, yeah.
I know Woody and Mav's brother, and Jag obviously. So their dad, he just moved back up here. And he drove up, and I think he said it took him 21, but he said he was shitting and getting, so...
Shitting and getting, you gotta be done.
Yeah, still, that's a long drive, man.
Eastbound and down kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Just want to give a quick shout out here. I don't like to stop the conversation often, but Frost Fang 777, we appreciate the follow, brother. That's super dope. As you guys can see for the live... Seth, you might not, since you're not on another device, but we have a follower goal at the top part of the screen that lets us know when we get live follows and stuff. So we really appreciate that. Trying to grow it. Our next goal to hit is 150. We're at 107 right now. So really appreciate the love we've been shown on that. We've gotten a lot of followers since making the jump to a live episode realm of things. So good deal. So D Money's brother played high school football in New Braunfels and then has made his way back to a small town. So we come from like the same background. I mean, like obviously I still live in a small town, but I've also lived in big cities too, so I can relate. But us three, we grew up in a small town. So, but it's funny to see like Mav, I'm sure it's just like a cakewalk for him playing ball at this level that he's playing at, like in the small town, compared to playing New Braunfels ball. So in Texas ball down there. So.
Oh yeah, Texas football is another level.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that there was a kid that came in right before he got ready to leave. He was I think he was playing left tackle, and the dude came in. He said he was like 6'3", 315 or something like that.
That's
Just
crazy.
like, I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a small dude either. I'm about 6'2", 350. So, I was pretty close to that size. I might have been a little bit lighter in high school, but I mean, I played tackle myself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like 5'11", 6 foot, about 240.
Yeah.
So
Who is
he's
Mav?
Yeah.
Yeah, big dog.
The beef boy.
Beef boy.
I'm surprised you can't hear him talking because he's right here bullshitting to somebody.
That's funny. So Seth, question for you, lighthearted question. Out of all the sports growing up, what made football stick?
Violence.
Yeah.
It was really the only like sport you could like physically crack somebody.
Okay.
I mean, it just what it is, what it was, and I think that's why I enjoyed kicking so much. Because boy, when we would do kickoff, I was like a freight train. I get rolling. I didn't even care where the ball went. I was just looking for somebody just to smack.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Kind of like
It's
the
funny,
movie
it's
show.
funny you say that. Yeah, it's funny you say that because the kicker on Mav's team, Luke, which I don't know if you will ever see this, but shout out to Luke because he does that shit. I watch him on every kickoff because he kicks the ball and he is a freight train running down the field. And he drills people. Like people try to get in his way, and it's just he's a tackle, so he's a big boy too, and and it's just boom. Poor kids. I feel bad for the people that get in his way.
That's funny.
I mean, they tried to do like the wall and all that stuff and everything. And I mean, I kicked it where they told me to, but I knew that I was never probably as athletic as whoever was receiving the ball. So I was like, well, if I can break down the barrier for somebody else,
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Hell yeah. Like the wrecking
We
ball.
love that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Another question I'd like to ask from somebody that, like, a lot of guests that we interview come from our area, so it's pretty cool to talk to somebody that like we don't necessarily know from that aspect of life. But what would you say? You said it was an easy transition for you moving from a small town like Fort Ashby area to the Martinsburg area. How would you say that was different though? Because you moved at a pretty decent, early stage of your life.
The amount of people was probably like the biggest, I guess, change of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was no longer that like, oh, I know your dad or I know your mom kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the area that we're in hasn't always been like, it was definitely bigger when we moved here, but we moved when it started getting big. So like they've been building. I mean, they're still building. You come up and work with me in this area. You see the construction, the new businesses, the houses. Yeah. It's still booming, and it's never stopped since we got here. Because we technically moved for my mom's job, and it was just so much more opportunity, and the amount of like kids and everything else. It was hard to not know somebody. So like if you was out and about and saw another kid, like if you did that where we came from, you would have known exactly who that kid was.
Right.
So that was like a little bit of a transition, but being involved in those sports and being involved in other things around the community, I think that's why it made it an easy transition, because there was so many, like for example, in Fort Ashby, they always had the Colts. The Colts was their little Pee Wee football team.
Right.
They go play other little small towns like Berkeley Springs or LaVale or whatever, and that was the only football team. Here, just in this area, they had like 5 or 6 football teams just for Martinsburg, like the little Pee Wees. So
that's crazy.
But, that would be a way that you could like, oh, I kind of know that kid, or I don't know that kid, or so on and so forth. So it was actually good because the little Pee Wee team that I got kind of put on because it was a raffle kind of ordeal. The majority of those kids went to Martinsburg, so I kind of already knew them before I knew them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But I mean, yeah, it really wasn't that big of a deal. I know some kids like you leave behind stuff, but I'm always a pretty positive person. I'm always looking, that I don't really look behind me too much. I just look in front of me. So like meeting people and doing all that kind of stuff, it was just who I was. And I mean, I kind of learned that throughout my development, I guess, is I've always been kind of like a people person to meet new people. So
Mm-hmm.
it really wasn't as difficult as like some other people think. And like for my brother and sister, it was perfect timing for them because they were basically just starting school. Like they had done kindergarten, but like they were first through high school, 1 through 12 here. So
Okay.
it was like a perfect time to kind of move when we did, in my opinion.
For sure. For sure. Duper, now let me ask you, buddy, because I don't think I might have asked you before, and if I have, then forgive me, but growing up where we grew up to like where you're at now, is there a big change for you? Was it different for you, like to get used to?
Not really, bro. I just don't like it because it's so busy up here.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
it's when school starts, like this summer, it was nice. It was real laid back. But you try to like get into work now. Like I actually have to leave early to get to work because there's just so many people everywhere, bro.
How far is the commute?
It's only like 20 minutes, but like I said,
Traffic.
I still got to get through Kent. So I got
Yeah.
to go through downtown Kent and all that. And there's just motherfuckers walking everywhere. And it's just like, get out, just get away. Like just disappear.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really get the full taste of the big city aspect of things because when I lived in Fort Wayne has a population of like 300,000, give or take, and we lived there during prime COVID. So a lot of shit was shut down. People weren't out mingling, but like if I were to go live back there now, I could only imagine how busy like things would be, and like what Duper said, the traffic issue of getting to work. Because when I lived there, I worked like 10 minutes from the house that I rented, and but some days, I mean, it's like it's 6 lanes of traffic, so like 3 lanes one way, 3 lanes the other, and it's just for a city and in the middle of the city, which is nuts. So definitely can understand that for sure. So we get to Martinsburg, we grow up there, we play football, and then what made you do the decision to go and do it at the next level, at the college level, the football thing?
It was at the time. It was really the only thing that I was kind of like certain about, I guess, because I really didn't know. Like, I kind of had a thought in my head of like what I wanted to go to school for, and like I was, big push to go to college. Obviously, that's
Sure.
just kind of how the time went. So I was like, well, if I can do it, maybe I can get some money, do some other things. I was supposed to go to another university. It was a D2 university, and play there, and they were offering me money and all this stuff. And funny enough, I get there, and they give me a tour and all that stuff and everything. They're like, yeah, we're going to sign you. This is what we're going to give you, but we can't do it until X, whatever the date was. And your classes are scheduled, and you got all your stuff figured out and all that stuff. I said, okay, cool. I said, well, I'll come back, because it would have been like, I think it would have been like mid-July, if I remember the date correctly. Well, we're literally on family vacation, and I get a notification, or somebody texts me, or I saw it or whatever, where it said head coach removed from X university, right? And I was like, I don't know what that means for me. So I call them, and they were like, yeah, you can come up and talk to the new coach that we basically have coming in. And I get there, and they're like, yeah, we don't really need linemen, and since you weren't signed, we're not going to honor what you guys discussed.
Damn.
So now so now we're like the 1st of August, getting ready to go into August, and I don't have anywhere to go because I couldn't afford to go to that school without the little bit of money and stuff they were giving. And so I ended up going to another school and toured with them, and they were more than willing to help me get there, which should have been like kind of like my telltale first sign of like maybe this isn't the best place to go, because they just thought I was the bee's knees. And I mean, not saying I like was bad or anything, but I was pretty average for what you would expect. I mean, a lineman's a lineman kind of thing, as long as you can keep somebody from getting to the backfield quarterback kind of thing. Because I only played offensive line, I didn't play defense.
Okay.
So they were really excited to have me there, and then I couldn't stick with it there. There was so many just stuff that it was kind of that was a harder transition than moving as a kid. I'll be honest with you, like it was just not what I expected at that level. Like for example, when I played at Martinsburg, because of the stigma behind Martinsburg, the boosters and everything, I had brand new equipment every year at Martinsburg. except for my shoulder pads because I liked the way they were broken in. I kept those.
Hmm.
We had brand new game jerseys. I had a brand new Rydell helmet every year. Like, I mean, it was the top of the line stuff every single year. I get there, it looked like they had hand-me-downs from 1980s movies. Like the old helmet with like the single bar across the face. And I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, it wasn't the same. I didn't feel like I fit there. But I had some back problems even as early as then. So I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of focus on school, and that's pretty much what I did. And then, like I said, that's when I kind of transitioned to more, well, if I don't have football, what else am I going to do with my spare time, and really hit the motorsports stuff hard then. So
Hell yeah. So you decided to step away. You transferred schools and earned your degree. What's your degree in?
My associate's degree is physical education and leisure studies. It was just like an AA they had. It's a associate's of science, I think, at that school.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to Shepherd, I got my 4-year degree from them with the health emphasis, which helped me get the job that I have now. Obviously, me and you have talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
for sure.
Everything worked out in the end, kind of thing.
It did. Now let me ask you, because just where I think we're at as a society, there's a lot of differing opinions, and and I see both sides. It benefited you to have that degree in education, the 4-year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about specifically, even the 2-year, because that's all I have.
Yeah.
Going back, if you could do it all over again, would you still obtain that 4-year degree, or do you feel like you would have pursued, like I know you work on cars, you do a lot of the motorsport stuff, you have that knowledge and background. Would you have preferred to go back and do it again and do a trade, or are you happy with, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had to do it again?
I'm very happy with what I currently have. Like I kind of said earlier, like I'm a very positive person. So I think I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually particularly wanted to get into trade stuff before going to college, but it was one of those things where I was going to be the first kind of like college graduate and like kind of the side of the family thing. My mom had went to a university, and then she kind of stepped away from it. She actually ended up getting her degree 2 semesters from this college that she started at before I graduated. So that was good for her. But
Sure.
I probably would have pursued a trade job. Might not have been in the automotive industry, but the amount of money, like I have some friends, and money's not everything, but it sure does help a couple things.
It does.
I have a buddy that's an HVAC man. He makes money hand over fist, and I'm just like, I see the company that he works for and how he gets treated, and he gets treated well. And there's jobs out there like that. And I mean, I like working with my hands. Right now, I kind of use it as more of a hobbyist kind of thing.
You felt me a time.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think I'd like working on cars all the time. Working on cars right now, as far as like in the industry, I have some friends that work for dealers. They're flat rate. They absolutely either love their job or they absolutely hate their job, and they're bouncing from garage to garage. So, not to continue on this ramble, but yeah, I probably would have pursued a trade degree, either HVAC or something along those lines.
Oh yeah. D-Money, what's your opinion on it, brother? What would you say?
Like the same question you asked him?
Yeah, same question.
Like if I could go back to school and not be an idiot and quit 4 times?
Yeah, you're not an idiot, man. Yeah.
My biggest complaint that I've had about me going to college, because I went to Westlake for a semester, and I think if I would have played baseball, I would have stayed.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. I should have just walked on. But I mean, I'm not mad about the company that I work for now, so I mean I can't really bitch about that per se. But I definitely. It's actually funny you said something about HVAC, because when I got laid off, the state of West Virginia was offering, since I forget what the hell it was called, but it was like they gave you a certain dollar amount for like if you wanted to go back to school or you wanted to pick up a trade, and I really debated on getting my HVAC license, and I was gonna, eventually work to start my own HVAC company. Obviously, it would have taken a while, but
For sure.
and then obviously I didn't do it because I'm where I'm at now. But that's one of the things that I probably would have done if I could go back and like if I had the same mindset I have now. And then I also, I love criminal justice. I wish I would have stuck with that a little bit longer, but I just can't do school, man.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I've tried, like I said, 4 times, and it's just wasn't for me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I take everything in, but when it came to like taking tests and shit like that, gone. So it was like, if I could avoid taking the tests, I feel like I'd have been fine. But schools, you got to take tests when you're in school, so that's all that is.
100%.
I'm right there with you. If I could figure out exactly how I retain information to the point I can memorize it to put it towards the test, like tests for me were not good.
Yeah.
I definitely struggle with them, so I'm right there with you D money on that one. So
hell yeah,
I get you. If not HVAC, I'd have did welding. That probably would have been my second option. But they travel a good bit and they're away, so I don't know how much I'd like that either.
Yeah.
We have a comment that just came through. 100% hate tests. I agree. Logan.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, in school, I struggled to take tests, but it seems like, I don't know, like post-college, I think just because of the pressure of not having a test, but like on the job training, like Seth can attest to this, obviously, there's a lot of codes and information and things that we have to retain in our job because when we go into certain places that we go into, you put your...
I got Challenger.
I want to say something whenever you're done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, so like, I think just retaining that knowledge is different because it's not school. And I'm not knocking anybody that has a degree. I'm really not. Another comment, trade schools are so good for hands-on learners. JVS is so underrated. I 100% agree, Lex. If I could go back and do it all again, I would have shut my mouth and stopped the stigma of the JVS is for people that don't give a shit. And I would have went and I would have gotten a trade, But they even had criminal justice out there, so. But
yeah. I see that Luke joined. He was the kicker I was talking about, and he actually goes to JVS. I don't know if he's still here or not, but
okay.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to cut you off, but he popped up, so I had to say it. But what I was going to say about the whole schooling thing, like how you're like retaining everything out of school, it's because you want to fucking do it.
I think interesting. It's interesting.
It's interesting, and you want to fucking do it. If like for my job, like I have to learn all these new things, like for like operating cranes and running my trucks and like remembering what goes where, this, that, the other. It's like I want to do that because it's something that I enjoy. Like learning about fucking I'm trying to think of a shitty class that we had in high school that I just didn't give a shit about. Like I don't want to learn this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then it's like you have this is a class you have to graduate, you know what I mean? But it's the JVS, man, it's definitely like if I could go back to high school. The thing was with the JVS when we were in high school though, it felt like, and it's obviously not the case now, or it probably wasn't the case then, but it was like that weird stigma. It was like, oh, if you go to the JVS, you're weird type shit.
Yeah.
And it's stupid because it's not the case. You know what I mean? It's literally, you're going out there and you're getting hands-on training and schooling, prepare yourself for like the next step in your life.
Like the real
you know
world.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I wish Logan says, I wish I knew about JVS sooner than I did. I never knew the OV had that until my senior year. Yeah, definitely a hidden gem.
You can only go junior and senior year though, correct?
Yeah, you couldn't go until, because like I remember visiting it as a sophomore, going into my junior year. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
But down here in Petersburg, I believe that all 4 years you can go. Is that cool? You correct, Mitch? Sorry, sound guy's got to answer this for me. To Votech. Is it all 4 years or is it just the last 2 upperclassmen?
I want to say it's the last 2, but I'm not sure.
So it probably is the last 2. So
that's how it is here. They have James Rumsey, and it's junior senior. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think the first 2 years is kind of like your prereqs, like how you are in college, and then your junior and senior are more like the classes that you don't really need, but they make you take them type shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Duper,
But I see.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. I see Luke said, "What was I saying about his kicking?" I just said that I love watching you on kickoffs because I love watching you fucking drill people when you're running full speed down the field.
Hell yeah, for sure.
But that's all I said.
Duper, let me ask you the same question. So now the stuff that you're in for schooling, Dupe, is that a trade level gig? Because isn't it a like certification? Is that what it is, or is it a degree?
No, it's a degree.
Is it? Okay.
But like a lot of the shit that I'm learning, you could probably just learn on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a lot of certifications that you can get. You don't have to be in school. You can just get them online and shit. But I don't know, bro. If you want to go to school, go to school. If you want to do something else, do something else. It's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, you might not need a degree, but maybe someone wants one just to get
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
It's like
Him
people
saying
want
that.
what they want. So
Exactly. There's when I was up in the air, like when I got laid off, when I was looking for jobs, there's jobs that, you have to have a degree in order to get hired there. And it might be something that I know how to do. Like, you know what I mean? But they won't hire me because I don't have a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree or anything like that. And there's other jobs that will take jobs that you think need a degree and you don't need one at all to get hired. So,
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of like you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't, basically. If you do go to school, you have that degree to always fall back on, but at the same time, you might not need it at all with the career you're doing, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, I was just checking the comments, make sure I didn't miss anybody while you guys were talking. Yeah, I mean, Duper said it good. I mean, do what you got to do in life, but, if you want a degree, get a degree, and if you don't, then, hey, the trade schools are always a great avenue to explore, So, Seth, let's talk about it real quick before we kick over into the segment side of the show. So, motorsport stuff. What got you into that, man?
I always just had like a fascination with it, and this is why I think I would have been good with the trade school stuff. When you're 15, 16 years old and you're trying to buy your first car or something, I saved up all the money I could, and then if something breaks, you either don't have a car anymore or you don't know how to fix it. So I'm really good, like photographic memory wise. Like I can take something apart in steps, put it right back together. I've expanded on that over the years to my capabilities of working on stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I always thought like the original Fast and Furious was cool. Like I always liked cars. More recently, getting into motorcycles, which is kind of rubbed off on you a little bit there, and
Just a smidge.
So, I don't know. I've always had a fascination. I thought at first it was just kind of like a speed fascination or like a car fascination. But like I said, like I do a little bit of everything. Basically, anything that has an engine in it. That's what I'm about mostly nowadays. I just got back from a trip, which is wild to see what they're going through. But I took a overland off-road expedition all the way from the western part of North Carolina all the way to Cape Lookout, North Carolina, which is an island off the coast, part of the Outer Banks. The only way you can get to it is by ferry. But I was legit driving in that same area that is no longer really there in North Carolina from this hurricane that came through the other day, which, I mean, I've seen videos, I've seen pictures. I was on some of those roads and those routes. So it was wild. But I mean, I've always just liked motorsports and cars, and I think when I gave up football, it just kind of filled the void, and it was something different. And then I realized like I like adrenaline kind of things. So yeah, that's just what I transitioned to.
Hell yeah, man.
I have a couple different vehicles, and like I said, the bikes are kind of new. So.
Yeah, it took a couple of times hanging out with Seth, and he was like, hey, man, you got to hop on my bike, give it a try. And I'm like, which I've always thought about getting a bike, but I know how dangerous they are. I obviously know the danger side of things that comes with it. But, hey, you know what, man? It's been a fun little thing for me to have in the last the last month or two. So, but Seth is actually getting ready to step up. He's got a bike that's, I mean, he's got a nice bike, but he's getting ready to step into the intermediate
Yeah,
level of things.
I've always been around like ATVs and dirt bikes and stuff. So when I started out on a beginner bike, something that you ride on the street, I've never really ridden on the street, nor have I really ridden a motorcycle that much. So I settled on a Kawasaki KLX 300 Supermoto. So it's basically just think of a dirt bike, and then it's got street tires on it. It's kind of a hooligan bike. I mean, you can pop wheelies. I jump sidewalks, jump medians. When I'm out and riding, it's a little bit of it's a fun bike.
It is.
But I want something with a little bit more. So I've gone to some demo days lately, and instead of jumping directly up to like 1,000 or something, I think I'm going to get a Kawasaki CX6R. I've watched a ton of videos on them. I've ridden them a couple times now. I mean, that particular bike, it might not be the fastest thing on the street, but it is definitely a big jump for me. I mean, I'm a big guy, and just putting around on that thing, I mean, I can be in third gear and just crank the throttle, and it just hauls. I mean, it'll do 70 plus mile an hour in first gear. So, yeah, it's a fast machine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Seth sends me all the criminal videos of all the dudes like getting away from the cops on the bikes and stuff. It's insane.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we would never. We would never do that. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Anything else that you want to share, brother? We kind of touched on just a little bit basic stuff. Didn't really go into too much detail on certain things, but if there's anything else you want to share, man.
I mean, it's my first podcast. It's been a good experience so far. I mean, yeah, me and you obviously we bullshit a good bit while we're in the car. We got some drive time sometimes, so
yeah.
I didn't think it'd be much different than that. Besides, a couple other people and talking or whatever, but enjoyed it so far. And I mean, I'm just a pretty chill dude, like you said. I mean, here and there, I just kind of go with the flow, and anybody I can help out, I try to do that. And I'm pretty adventurous too.
For sure.
I feel like there's a difference in my life from the time, high school into college. Like even when I ended college to now, I've I kind of broke out of my own shell, and then I have completely different hobbies from 22, 23 years old to current than I did from 21 younger, if that makes sense. So
for sure.
With some life changes and stuff like that, you just kind of figure out what you like or what you want to do on your own as far as that goes. So just I always just suggest people always try something new, or if you think you might like it, just try it, because if you don't, then there's no harm, no foul. But don't have that regret of not trying something or not doing something. Kind of like the bikes, because my mom did not want me to have a motorcycle at all, and I just got to a point in my life I was like, I'm an adult now, she'll get over it. She's still not over it, but I just kind of showed up with it one day, and she's like, "Whose is that?" I said, "It's mine." She said, "You're lying." I said, "Nope." She said, "Get it out of my sight." I said, "I'd have to ride it away to get it out of your sight." And she said, "Get rid of it." I said, "Nah, it's staying."
That's funny. That's funny.
Just don't have any regrets. Just do stuff that you want to do while you can.
For sure. Luke says he said he don't get why his mom won't let him get a street bike. He wants one so bad, and that he races quads. So what's the difference? So, Luke, best thing I can tell you, buddy, just honor mom's wishes for now. When you get older, that's a battle you can fight on your own. So, how old is Luke? He's same age as Mav?
I think he's 17.
17. Hey, just
he's almost there.
Almost there, brother. Yeah. Couple more years.
That insurance is going to be something else if you get an actual street bike.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, for sure. Good deal. While I'm pulling up the segment side of it real quick, I think it's something that we got to touch on real quick. Last question I have for you, Seth. The asset protection field, okay? You've been in it long enough. I was in it for a little bit. We know what the changes were, what it used to be, what it is becoming today as a job, and as a community of its own. Would you recommend that job to people today? And if you do, what would your advice be to them?
Honestly, I would. Back in the day, maybe not as much. There was kind of a certain stigma that would have fit that job. Obviously, I was approached because of my size and my stature, because you wanted to be intimidating. When I joined, they were just coming off a hands-off. or they were just starting the hands-off transition. Trust me, I want to put my hands on a couple people sometimes, but I mean, I ripped my fair share of stuff out of people's hands and flipped carts and, did some things. I mean, I've showed you a couple videos that I kind of kept in my own personal stash. Probably pushed the line here and there, but honestly, anymore, when I got out of it, you really don't even have to approach these people anymore. I mean, there's so much behind the scenes with asset protection now, computer-wise, like just watching cameras, running reports, putting investigations together. By the time you go to stop somebody or you do stop somebody, it's really not an intimidating thing anymore. You can just call the police. You have all this background information on them. So I would say if anybody really wanted to get into something and have that investigative experience, because that's what it helped me out with, it's not a bad gig. I mean, watch what companies you work for. But other than that, I mean, I would recommend it if somebody was trying to get into maybe, some criminal justice or some investigative background. I don't know how far I go in that career because it becomes a point where it's no longer about like stopping theft. It's just kind of like a numbers game. I tried to climb that ladder a little bit in my final years, and I really did not enjoy that as much as I did the investigations, the camera watching, the stopping people.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what kind of turned me away from it. But I mean, anymore, if you're good with a computer, you can run some cameras, you can run some reports, know some faces. I mean, it's definitely for you, no matter what your stature is. And like I said, just watch what companies you work for, and you'll be fine.
Hell yeah. Appreciate that info, man. We like I said, we have that in common as well. I remember chasing down Steubenville's finest and dealing with them. Funniest thing that I ever went through is we tried to stop this dude that was like 500 pounds, and the only thing that the dude stole was a candy bar and a Mountain Dew. I'll never forget this. A Snickers bar and a Mountain Dew. Bro walks out. We try to stop him. He starts swinging. So the fight is on. There's 4 of us on him. The whole time, bro had that candy bar unwrapped and was eating it while fighting us. I swear to God. It's on camera. Hand to God, to this day, dude's eating the candy bar while fighting us. Bro got that candy bar down, and he just gave up. That's all he wanted in life, I think. So I did hear that he has since passed away. So R.I.P. to him. But, he went down swinging like a champion. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I'll throw a quick story in there. I had a guy that was like a repeat, thief.
Yeah.
I guess he would come to the store a good bit, and they have them breakaway automatic doors.
Oh yeah. And
he knew that like where our office was, and like at certain times they only had the one door open, so you had to enter and exit that way.
Yeah.
And so his thing was he knew like where you could stop him and not stop him. He hit the door and took off sprinting. I pop out of the office. And he was like running because my goal was to just grab the cart full of stuff at that point.
Right.
And I actually broke out of the office and I ran through the breakaway door. And he went, "Holy fuck!" and then just left the cart and kept running into the parking lot.
Jesus, man.
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I could sit there and tell you all the stories all day, but I mean, it's not bad if you have good people to work for and whatnot. Like I had a really good coworker that I stuck with. For many, many, many years. He's still doing it. I guess a shout out to Kevin. I check in on him every now and again, but he hasn't been Kevin for the
Thank you.
So Kevin. Yeah. But I tried to tell him, I'm like, man, you should transition away from it. But he's been with the company so long, he makes so much money. It's hard for him to step away because he has a full family and responsibilities and stuff. So it's kind of guaranteed to him at this point. Whereas when I transitioned, I didn't really have that kind of like that I had to worry about. So, yeah.
For sure. Awesome. Well, like I said, Seth, we appreciate you sharing some information about yourself, some stories, and really dope convo. Appreciate it. The thing we say to every guest that comes on here, you're more than welcome to come back on, join us again for either, it doesn't even have to be just about you. We can get on, talk about a certain topic, just chop it up, have a good convo. But we're going to get into some segments now before we do our last one and get up out of here. This one is just a segment that we've done the last couple of episodes as a staple segment for the show. This one's called Nice Blind Ranks. So like I've said in the past, and Seth, I kind of informed you, but I'll just reiterate that for you. So you'll have 5 options to choose from, and you rank them like 5 being your least favorite on the list to number 1 being your favorite, and you don't know what comes next. Okay, so I don't know if you want to write it down. If you got really good memory, which sounds like you do, if you could, do the other stuff you were talking about, I think you can handle 5 things. So, but today's category for nice blind ranks is candy. We love candy. I love candy. I'll smack down some candy. So
he's big on the Twizzlers.
big on this. There, hey, shout them out. Shout them out. Sour Patch Kids, we love you. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. We got 5 options, and we are about to get started as soon as this guy is done yapping on this video.
We love yappers.
All right, here we go. So number 1, Jolly Rancher gummies.
Mm.
I've never had.
Good.
I've never
good.
had the gummies. I don't think.
I've had just about probably any candy gummy you could possibly have.
Hell
When
yeah.
I go to stores, yeah. They're good, but
Are they top 2 worthy?
no. I'll go 4.
Number 4. I don't think this list is going to be bad. I mean, I think that this list I'll be fine with whatever list I have, but I'm gonna put them at 4 as well. I'm a copycat. What you
I'll
got,
stick
Seth?
them right in the middle just because I don't really know what the list is going to compose of. So I'll stick them at a 3.
Stick them at 3. Okay, cool. Number 3, Lex says they are fire. Love that. Duper, what you got, brother?
I got him at 5. I've
Got
never
him at
had
5.
him.
Never had him. Respect
Never
that.
even-
Respect
Yeah.
that. Let's see what we got next. Next option. Ooh. Jelly beans. The Jelly Bean Company jelly beans. It's mixture
Just the
pack.
original.
Just mix pack, yeah.
So like not like Starburst jelly beans. and
No,
shit like that.
nope, just
Yeah,
the
see,
original. I'm gonna put that at 5.
I'm not crazy
Yeah,
about
5.
jelly beans.
Yeah.
I'll put that at 4.
I'm glad I had the 5 spot open. Let's see. Lex puts it at number 5. Seems universal. Oh, fuck. All right. Next one. Laffy Taffy. Just
Ooh.
multiple flavors.
Three.
I can smack down on a Laffy Taffy. Yeah. D4L.
Yeah. Do Dennis.
Yeah. I'm putting it at 3. I think it's safe bet.
I'll go 2. I like Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
I don't eat it as much anymore, but if you throw a pack of Laffy Taffy at me, I'll probably eat the whole fucking bag.
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
I'm going to put it at 4 for me.
4. Okay.
Banana flavor is low-key slept on.
I'm with Lex. I don't like it. I don't like
It's
it.
not my favorite, don't get me wrong, but I'll eat them.
You'll eat them.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I
see.
just saw her comment. I didn't see that before I said that.
Nice. Next one we got. Ooh. I'm pissed. Sour Skittles. Damn it. I should have put the Laffy Taffy at 2.
2.
Duper's got it at 2. I'm going to have to
I'm going
copycat.
to put mine at 2.
Yeah, I'm going to copycat it. I'm going to put it at 2.
I'm going 3. I don't really like sour that much.
I don't either, but that's all
Skittles.
I do. I fuck with Skittles, but I'm not too hate sour. I'm agreeing. Last one, number 1. Ooh,
Give me some Sour Patch Kids. Come on.
no, we don't. The last one we got, the Nerd Clusters.
Oh, so good,
easy.
dude.
Oh, good.
I just ate a
Easy.
bag of them today, bro. They're so
We love
good.
it.
They're
Hey, I'm
so
happy
good.
with the Nerd Clusters.
Hold on. I got receipts, bro.
Got receipts. Hold on. No cap in his rap. Hey, stand up. Hell yeah, number 1, straight up,
I think Maverick's got a pack right next door.
dude.
They're so good, dude. They're so good.
Oh, hands down. I like it. Happy with that list.
Yeah, I'm
Dude.
not mad about it.
I saw
I
the
probably would have put the Jolly Ranchers above Sour Skittles if I can go again.
Yeah, if I could do it different, I'm putting the Sour Skittles and I'm moving the Fat Laffy Taffy up, putting the Jolly Ranchers at 3, and then putting the Skittles at 4. So I'm gonna do a little mixed match. But
Yeah, I can get behind that.
hell yeah. I saw in the gas station the other day, Smarties has gummies now. I wonder how, I don't know. I'm like, Smarties is not.
Smarties?
Smarties, yeah, bro. Like the little like things that people would
Yeah,
crush
yeah,
up
yeah.
and smoke. Just
To make you smarter, right?
yeah, something. Oh yeah, they got that for every state test that we had to take.
Oh my god, dude, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, had that.
They
And
would put those on
peppermints.
our damn desk like they were gonna do something.
Placebo.
Like, what the fuck is that gonna help me with this test?
Hey, fucking Smarty, help me solve fucking algebra.
Yeah.
Like goofy
Right.
ass.
It's like the ACT. Fucking
Yeah.
give me a goddamn Smarty. I'm still getting a 16 on it.
Hey, never took it. Never
Did
took
you,
it, brother.
Duper, did you take that ACT?
Yeah,
What did you get on it?
like a 20 something. I think like a 23.
Listen, you're smirking like you did bad. Brother, I got a 16. I'm pretty sure you get a 12 for putting your name on the fucking thing.
Hell yeah, straight up on him. Straight up. That's fucking funny.
What about the, did you, now I don't know how it worked for Seth, obviously, but did you guys have to take, state tests?
Yeah.
In order to graduate?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't necessarily in order to graduate. They used it as like a baseline, but we had to participate in them.
Yeah, so we had to pass all five sections in order to
Yeah.
graduate high school.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It took me
Terrible.
3 times to pass the science part of it.
Hmm.
I was taking that motherfucker in my senior year. I was pissed
Yeah.
because our freshman
Yeah.
year they make us take like the practice tests,
Yeah, and then
our sophomore year they give it like the real tests. And I was pissed because like your junior and senior year, if you don't have to take the test, you get a 2-hour delay. Well, my dumb ass was there because I couldn't pass the fucking certain parts of it.
Yeah. No. I mean, we took a state standardized test, but it didn't affect your graduation. It was more to see if you were retaining information the teachers were teaching. So basically, as long as you passed all your finals and got your good grades, and just passed your classes, you graduated.
Oh yeah.
Not for us, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was on that bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. Next segment we got. I don't really know how to explain it other than I just saw
Is
it.
this the new one?
This is a new one, yeah. So I just saw it the other day. It seems like a fun segment. So this one's called Overrated, Underrated, or Perfectly Rated. Okay? So I'm going to give you options. I'm going to just give you a thing, and you tell me if you think it's overrated, underrated, or right in the middle, neutral, perfectly rated. Okay?
Okay.
Like
I'll understand once you tell me.
Yeah, you will. It will. I started out simple. Hey, we all love food here. I don't think that we don't like it. So we're doing food for this one. This nice little, break into.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure. So the first category or the first item that I have, avocados. Not standalone. You can quick. You could do them. You could do them standalone or like what they're used
Guac.
for another. Yeah, like guac or shit like that. So overrated, underrated, or right in the middle. Duper says overrated. Alexis agrees with him.
Yep.
I'm saying overrated too because I don't even like guacamole. So
That's crazy work.
I think it's overrated, but I do like guac.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I use avocados for. Like, I won't sit down and put it on my fucking sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Where's I love guac. I'll put guac on my Chipotle bowls. I'll dip my chips in guac, but
Terrible
don't shake
dude.
your head no at me,
Terrible
Duper.
dude.
Terrible dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's good. I like it.
I do. I fuck with guac, but I'm like D Money. I'm not gonna put like the slices of avocado on toast or like eggs or
Right.
something like that. I'm gonna say right in the middle. I'm gonna say neutral. It can get its hate, but I don't think that it's necessarily underrated either. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle.
Listen, bro, that's your opinion, but I don't understand how we can go right in the middle when it's only we're using it for one thing.
That's fair. All right, fine, fair. Underrated or overrated? I mean, fine.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
All right. I'm glad I was able to sway you.
No, yeah, you could. Yeah, okay, understandable. Next item we got bacon.
All right. Bacon,
Under by a landslide.
it's dude,
Perfectly rated.
Perfectly rated.
Perfectly rated, yeah. I don't think it's anything crazy, bro. I think it's like out of this world.
Okay,
It's just bacon.
that's okay. We got a little bacon hate. Don't let the bacon lovers in here get a word of that. Duper's gonna be canceled by next week. Holy
I'm gonna say it's perfectly too. I mean, if you're looking at bacon at the spectrum here, or the broad spectrum, you have like that BS stuff they try to pass off as like fully cooked bacon. You get from like a Dunkin' Donuts like sandwich or something,
Pack
and then you have like some really good like fresh farm bacon that's like cooked up. I mean, like you have your differences. So, I mean, if you just get right in the middle bacon, I mean, like you said, it's nothing overly great. But yeah.
All right,
It's right in the middle.
So we got two
Perfect.
perfectly rated. Like it could get some hate thrown its way, but don't hate on it too much. Right in the middle. I like it. What you got, D Money?
I'll agree with them too. I'm the same way.
Like, all right,
Listen, I'll smack
going
some
that way.
bacon.
I'll go that way
You-
too.
You know that I'll smack some bacon, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'm getting especially what Seth was saying about how everything, that's fucking true. Cook that shit in the morning, you smell that shit all day long.
Oh, like yeah, it is. It is. Apparently they want to stay with the breakfast train food item. French toast.
Underrated.
Under.
Underrated.
Super
Under.
Under. Oh.
I love French toast, bro.
Oh, me too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just made it this morning. Just made it this morning.
We went to Eaton Park today, and I debated on French toast or pancakes, and I ended up getting pancakes. It was weird though, because I didn't even ask about the French toast. It was just in my head that I wanted it, and then I thought about it a little bit more, and I ended up getting pancakes. They're really good, but I didn't finish them.
Respect it. What you got, Seth?
I'm going to say just perfectly rated. I have a craving for it every now and again, but it's not my favorite breakfast forte. So I'm just going to put it right in the middle.
Okay. I'm gonna agree. I don't dislike French toast, but if you're putting it up against pancakes or waffles, I'm gonna take the pancakes or waffles over French toast. That's just. But I can understand why people like it because it is good. So, next one we got tacos. Just tacos. It doesn't have any specific style, like a street taco or homemade taco. Just tacos.
So just tacos as
Perfect.
a whole.
Those are perfect.
I'm gonna say underrated just because of the versatility of the taco. You can go breakfast tacos, you can go the street tacos, you can go traditional taco. You can take some stir fry and throw it in a wrap and call it a taco, if you want to. So I'm gonna say
That
underrated.
ain't bullshit, but
I'm going to say under too. I've never turned down a taco. So.
Yeah, where are you?
No.
Hell
Listen, those I'm gonna go under as well. I think that they're very versatile. But the tacos that I had on Friday, I don't even know how to say them.
yeah. Bria.
With B. Bria, yeah, sure.
oh,
Yeah, duper. Come on, bro. Did you say perfectly rated?
I said perfect.
That alone got to get you under. That alone got to get it
Yeah.
under.
Yeah.
Dude,
Bria.
they're
tacos
so
can
good.
smack.
Oh, give me that. Just pour that stew on me. So you can just
Put
you
that
can
shit
just
in my
pour that
mouth.
all over me, dude.
That was the first time I ever had that.
It's so good.
And they had a food truck come into work, and we went
Oh
out
my
and got
God.
it.
Yeah.
I spent $35 at 10 o'clock in the morning eating tacos.
Hey,
There you go.
better.
They gave me
$35 on tacos.
three fat ass tacos with that dip, stew, whatever you call it.
That's
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
dude,
Talk to me nice.
I killed them. Burned
I'll
the hell
drink
out of my
that
mouth
stew.
because I was so hungry.
Yeah.
But they were good as hell.
Hell yeah.
And then they had quesadilla. I know this is different off topic, but they had quesadillas with that al pastor in it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and it had pineapples and shit in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I can get behind it.
Come on now.
I
Get
can
you some.
talk to
Get
me.
you some of that.
Hell yeah. All right, last one that they had on the list. Pizza. Pizza.
I gotta go under.
Underrated. Yeah, underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
You
I'm
want to
agree.
talk about versatility?
Yeah, that is versatile.
You know,
Breakfast, regular, dessert,
all the different toppings,
toppings,
the different
Different
types
styles.
of yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
heat it up.
Did you see the snap I sent that one day of that apple dessert pizza?
Yeah, I did. Sure did, buddy.
You ever had that?
I sure have, buddy. Know my way around some dessert pizzas.
Listen, Pizza Hut was the only place that I knew that served that for the
CC's
longest
does, too.
time. I know CC does, but I had it when we were in Gatlinburg this past year. But Pizza Hut was the only place that I knew that served like the whole apple chunks, like the warm apple chunks on it. And one of my first days on the job when I started working out here, I heard them talking about apple dessert pizza, and like my ears sprung straight up, and I had to know where it was. So I finally found out where it was, and I was like, I gotta try it. I got to. Dude, it was so good. It was so good.
Love it. Love it.
My next question for all three of you,
okay,
and you guys probably know what's coming already, but pineapple on pizza?
I'm not going to be there.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah. I mean, if it's there, I'm not going to order it myself. But if it's there, I mean, I'll eat it. It's not like a craving. But I don't think it's bad. It depends on what kind of pizza it is, though, too, though. Like, I mean, if it's like on Domino's versus like Fox's or Pizza Hut or something like that, like it's going to taste different. Yeah,
I agree.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to be the guy that says, hey, you're a fucking idiot for wanting pineapple on your pizza. To me, honestly, like on Hawaiian pizza, it's the ham that, like, turns me off to that pizza more than it is the pineapple. Like, if I'm going to have pineapple on pizza, pair it with bacon or even, like, sausage or some shit. So, but I don't mind it. I'll eat it, but I'm not going to order it, like Seth said. I'm not going to go on my way to order it, but I'll eat it if it's there, available at the function.
Super?
I mean, it's decent, bro. Like, I've had it before, I think one time, but it's decent.
Listen, I'm ordering that shit. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not ordering it.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to each his own,
Yeah. Listen, Gunn and Tyrese, when we lived in the apartment, they didn't like it. They wanted nothing to do with it, and I ordered it one night, and I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it very much. So don't knock it till you try it.
Don't knock it. Don't knock it. Hell yeah.
But I'm also a fat ass, and I love food. So
we love food around here. We
yeah.
do. D-Money, you're on, brother. Analytics, my man. And we are going to get up out of here.
All right, let me pull her up.
But I need you to start us off, okay?
I got you, bro. I got you. I'll be happy to.
All right. So this week we had 42 votes, and our options were favorite sports duos within all sports, favorite NFL touchdowns ever seen, favorite shoe brands, which is the make and model, and the winner by a landslide, favorite Super Bowl halftime performances.
What? Shout out Lucy for the suggestion.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, I won by a landslide. What did it end up finishing with, percentage-wise of the poll?
59.
Jesus.
And the last three were 15, 11, 15.
I was going to say they all were close.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But again, anyone who's watching, anybody who sees this, give us ideas for the top 5 because we're running out of ideas.
We are.
70. This is what, episode 75, 74. 74, and we're trying to think of 4. Well, Tybo's trying to think of 4 every week. But if you got ideas, give us ideas because we'll throw them on there.
For sure. I'm kicking it off.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, I'll kick it off. I love it. Hey, explanation is going to be short and simple. I don't have any honorable mentions. Just got my 5, and I'm good. Number 5, we'll give it most recent year. Usher's performance brought back nostalgia for me. Growing up listening to his music. But yeah, that's it for me. Number 5, 2024 performance of Usher.
Go ahead, Seth.
All right. Number 5. I tried to kind of do what I could remember, so I didn't write down the years or anything, but I'm gonna go with Beyonce, which is probably gonna be a little bit controversial. I don't really like Beyonce, but she did perform pretty good from what I can remember. So
nice.
That's why I'm gonna stick her. So
number 5. All right. Hey, we understand.
Yep.
So,
hey, my number 5, I'm gonna stay with the current times. Really excited for this one, but I'm gonna go with Usher.
I love it,
2024, bro.
I love it.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Oh my god.
Love it, bro. That's funny. D-Money, what do you have, bro?
My number 5. I'm actually gonna switch my 4 and 5.
Okay.
My number 5. I'm gonna go with Bruno Mars. Back in 2014.
Oh yeah, can't forget about that one.
Hell no. That dude is a performer.
Yeah, he is.
I think he performed with Beyonce too.
Mm-hmm. He did, according to Google.
Oh, okay, cool. Listen, I Googled it, but I just literally Googled for the years. Like, I knew which ones I wanted, but I wasn't sure what year they were. I was gonna put the Super Bowl, but I didn't feel like fucking figuring out the Roman numerals.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that.
Like, I wish they would have just put Super Bowl 50. You know, no, it's Super Bowl LVII. Like,
yeah,
I'm good.
we're not Greek out here. Not Greek. We don't know those numerals. We weren't taught those in school.
We were taught 1 through 100 million.
There it is. Number 4 for me. Got a feeling it's going to be in somebody else's list too. Crazy, but 2018 performance of Justin Timberlake.
No shit. No shit, bro.
Oh shit, bro. What do you guys said?
Like I said, I kind of remember certain performances when I was looking back. So I'm gonna go with Britney Spears and Aerosmith. I remember way back in the day. I think that was like 2001, 2002.
Okay.
I mean, that would have been a big thing at that point in time. So.
For sure. Respect it, man. Hey, we love it.
Yeah.
Duper, what's your number 4, brother?
My number 4, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. It's the 2018 performance by Timbaland and Timberlake.
There it is. We love it. We love it. Fucking A. What do you got, D?
Ironically enough, my number 4 is 2018 Justin Timberlake.
We love that,
go.
bro.
Swear to God.
Love
But
that.
when I Googled it to see the years,
Mm-hmm.
he also was part of that 2001 Aerosmith
Well, was he?
group.
Yeah, when he was with NSYNC.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Then he was back and forth.
And then he was with Miss Janet Jackson in 04, and we all know what happened that night.
What happened that night?
A little wardrobe malfunction.
Oh. Titties
Yeah.
out or
At
maybe.
least
Allegedly.
one.
Allegedly.
At least one. At least one. Allegedly.
At least one. That's good.
Oh yeah. At least one. Hey, I think this one's gonna be in somebody else's list as well. Number 3 for me, the 2014 performance of Bruno Mars. Dude's a performer. Gotta give him his flowers. Gotta put him right in the middle. Seth, what you got number 3, brother?
Look at Katy Perry because of the Sharks.
Hell yeah. Love that. Hell yeah, the one that didn't have any idea what the fuck was going on. Fuck yeah. Duper, what you got number 3, brother?
Hey, my number 3, brother. I mean, just a real unforgettable performance by this guy. 2014 Bruno Mars, bro.
That is crazy. He was. It was.
It was so good. It was so good.
Was that the Italian herbs and cheese days for you, or 2014? Or were we getting
around there?
Okay.
No, it was around there.
Yeah, you were locked into that. Day.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. What's your number 3, D Money?
2023, Usher Raymond.
Respect it.
Usher, baby.
Usher, baby.
You know what made that performance even better?
If what's up? If JB came out.
If the Biebs would have came out and performed with him.
Yeah.
Man, thoughts and prayers to the Biebs, bro.
Upstairs.
Thoughts and prayers, bro.
I hope that man Diddy gets what he deseres.
Yeah,
for my man like that. The fuck.
I hope he's never allowed to purchase another bottle of baby oil again.
Yeah, he shouldn't be, bro.
Hope it's just got to be dry for him.
That's a privilege to be able to do that.
For sure is. Hey, number 2, moving on. The 2022 performance of the GOAT himself, Eminem.
Oh, Marshall.
Marshall Mathers when he had what? Snoop, Dre, Mary J. Blige.
Technically Dr. Dre, but yeah.
Oh, what?
Then
Oh, yeah,
50
sure,
Cent was there.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar.
All right, then I'll give it to Dr. Dre since he was the act.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hey, well,
he just played some keys.
Wikipedia needs to get their line in order then, because they had Eminem as the headliner. So, but number 2, Seth, what you got, brother?
I'm gonna go with The Weeknd.
Okay, respect that.
I think he's got some good songs. He's a little weird. So I think he puts on a good performance because he's a little off.
Now let me ask you a serious question. Do you think he was at the Diddy parties or no?
He might have been just on the
I mean,
weekend.
who wasn't, bro?
Just on the weekend.
Just on the weekends.
Who wasn't, bro? Yeah, I don't know.
At this point, bro, it's easier to ask who wasn't there.
Hey, you know who wasn't there? You know who for 100% fact was not there?
Aaron Rodgers.
The Nice Guys podcast. They
That's
were
true.
not there. They were not there. They were
Young Dolph was not there either. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Real one. Real one. Duper, what you got?
All right.
Number 2.
Number
bro.
2, bro. Give me 2022. Whoever the headliner was, Eminem. There's a bit of an argument about who the headliner was, but hopefully we get that straightened out.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure it was Dre. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Number 2, D-Buddy.
My number 2.
Yeah.
I obviously wasn't alive for this because it was in '93, but
Okay.
I've seen the performance multiple times on YouTube. Michael Jackson, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good fucking performance, dude.
I have a request. I think it just came in. I don't know. Anonymous ask here. Could you go ahead and hit the moonwalk real quick? Somebody asked. I mean, I didn't see that. I mean, do you want to oblige them or no?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Hey, sorry. Hey,
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Number 1 for me, hands down, best performance I've ever actually had the privilege to watch. The 2019 performance of Maroon 5. They killed it. What can I say?
That's a good one.
Can't hit it. I know you want to. Don't make me hit it. Sunday morning, rain is falling. I'll hit that shit. Don't make me.
Listen, the amount of times that I've been sitting in our Discord chat and all of a sudden that song is just sang and it's stuck in our heads all night long
Yeah,
is unbelievable.
It's beautiful. That's a good song.
You know, just
That's
one of those.
that you know. Hey, that's right.
Sometimes you gotta get that shit out of you.
You got to, bro. Seth, what you got? Number 1, brother.
So I went ahead and put Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar. That whole performance is my number 1.
Okay.
There's a lot of those really resonated. People I listen to or still listen to. So
Hell yeah.
it was the most like meaningful, I guess, as far as like knowing who was actually performing.
For sure. For sure. Still waiting for Yellow Wolf to get the invite, but hey, we'll be waiting
Yeah.
later, bro.
Oh man, that would be the best, wouldn't it?
What? Hey, what's your number 1, Duper?
Number 1, give me Maroon 5, bro. Goats, legends, legendary. Bro.
Hey, we're at a payphone.
Legendary.
We're at a payphone. That's all we can say.
At a payphone. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your number 1, D-Money?
Dr. Dre.
The Dr. Dre performance? Okay.
Yeah. I just remember it's 50 Cent hanging upside down.
Oh my God, yeah. Hey.
Freak ass boy.
Freak
And
out.
then Snoop Dogg hitting the Crip Walk.
Yeah, bro. Legendary. Hey, in all seriousness, though, I'm hoping and praying one day the man himself can bless the Super Bowl performance community, T-Pain. He got to get out
Bro.
there. He got to get out there and get a performance in.
I need that in my veins right now. Inject me.
Yeah. I
Bring
need it.
Akon with him.
Hey, we need it.
Locked up.
Don't let me
You know?
down.
Hey, I do know. Bartender. Mhm. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
In love
T-Pain's
with
got...
the stripper.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm in love with a strip. Hey, Lust.
I bet you he
he's coming
sprung a
for
little
you.
bit too.
He's sprung. He is sprung. Holy shit. That's funny.
I
Any
got 2 honorable mentions before you go.
I was going to
All right.
ask you. Yeah.
I got The Weeknd,
Okay.
and then 2007 you got Prince.
Okay. Respect it. Purple Rain. Respect it.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure when Timberlake performed his in 2018 was in Minneapolis, and he did that tribute to Prince. Had him like that hologram or whatever,
Yeah, I think so.
which is pretty dope.
Absolutely. For sure. Hey, with that one being said, we appreciate you guys. I do want to give a quick shout out. It's honestly humbling to see. The live has had 12,000 likes on it, which is insane. That's blown our number of 4,000, I think, was our highest thus far, doing 4 live episodes. So 12,000 interactions or likes on the live episode. So really humbled by that. We really appreciate you guys. And ton of comments, again, interaction as far as that goes. We continue to just, like I said, in shorter words, just we're humbled by it all. So give our sponsors a quick shout out. So Nighttime Creations, they were in here for a little bit, so shout them out. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are a dope company. If you guys in the OV area or even outside of the OV area, hit us up if you're interested. They are a print shop, embroidery shop. They do a lot of stuff. They do engraving. The better thing to say is what can't they do? They're, like I said, our merch comes straight from them. The hat that I'm wearing, the hat that's up here in the camo version. They're just really dope company. We got to give them their flowers because they're really dope guys. Arbor Elite, another set of dope guys in the OV area. If you guys are looking for, work around your house, the weather's getting cold. They do the tree removal, concrete. They do a bunch of stuff. Hit those guys up. They're really dope at what they do as well. And then the 2 companies that we have to shout out, we have Cowboy Revolution Apparel and Shank It Golf. You go to those companies, you use the code The Nice Guys, you save yourself 15. What's up, big dog? Save yourself 15% off your order at the end at checkout. So if you guys are into golf gear, if you guys are into just graphic T-shirts, check it out. You won't be disappointed. The companies are really cool, and we're really honored to have that relationship with them. So what I can tell you guys is we're really humbled by what we see here with the interactions. Just check the TikToks for the clips of the episode. If you're not wanting to watch a full episode, I post clips on there a couple times a week. And then the other apps that we have out there with our socials on it, show love to those as well. That way we can get our name out there and just continue to have dope conversations like we've had with Seth tonight. So Seth, really appreciate you coming on, brother. It was a dope conversation.
Thanks for having me. I'll be back.
Hell yeah.
For sure, man.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to, brother, you know where to find me. You got my number, so we'll definitely get you back on there again. And anything you want to say to the people before you head out?
No, just really glad I could. It's a new experience for me. So, like I kind of touched on earlier, I guess it's like a life thing. Just do what makes you happy. Take those chances. If you think you might like something, just give it a try. If you don't, you don't. But don't think back and be like, man, I wish I'd have did that when I had the opportunity to do it because now I don't or I can't or just take those chances and do what you got to do and don't have any regrets or like, man, I wish I would have did this or did that kind of thing. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one thing, just real quick, because it resonated with me and it kind of just piggybacks off of what you said. A quote that I saw, and it just always sticks with me. Self-doubt and lack of trying will kill a dream quicker than failure does. So that's just hands down what it is. So give it a try.
Agreed for sure.
Absolutely. Boys, you got anything you want to add?
Nope.
I think Mr.
Go Pat, go, bro.
That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. I love it. That's all you need to know. D-Money?
1, go Steelers.
1, go Steelers.
Took the L, but
bounce back.
All right. Bounce back. Justin Fields is the guy. All I gotta say about that. Dude balled the fuck out today. I wanted to ask Seth before we left. You said motor. You're into that kind of stuff. Do you like NASCAR?
Yeah. I do. I don't follow it that much. I've actually never been to a NASCAR race, but it's funny you mentioned that because I was talking with my girlfriend and stuff today. I was like, I really want to try to go to Dover, Delaware. That'd be kind of close for us. But with it being the Monster Mile, obviously that's a faster track. So I do follow it. I do watch it, but it's not like I have I like this driver, that driver. But yeah.
Yeah. I was real into it like when I was younger. Dale Earnhardt. Love Dale Earnhardt. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Rest in peace. The GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Raise it. Raise hell. Praise Dale, baby.
That's right.
So actually, Dale Jr. just raced in the at Bristol 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Not in the Sunday race, but the Saturday race. Tevin was there, and he was sending. That's where he was when I sent that picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bristol's dope. I've been to 2. I went to Richmond, which is in Virginia. the night race down there, and Junior actually won it when he was driving the Budweiser car, so that was dope. And then I went to Martinsville, which I think is also in Virginia? Question mark?
Question mark. Don't have an answer.
I don't either. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Those are the two that I went to. But I do want to go to Bristol really bad, and I would love to go to like Talladega or Daytona one day.
Hell
Those
yeah.
would be fucking dope to go to. But
Oh yeah.
I don't really follow it as much as I used to, but I still kind of follow it occasionally. Love Kyle Larson. I think he's fucking. I think he led like fucking 440 laps Sunday or
That's
something
crazy.
like that. Like that's nuts.
Well, the only thing that I kind of pay attention to from like new NASCAR to old NASCAR, I don't really like, is those segments where they break it up so they're stages.
Yeah,
I think it gives other drivers an advantage that whereas like you just got and do the race kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they would go back to where it was before, and they just let dudes. If it was Bristol 500, the Sharpie 500 or whatever, 500 straight fucking laps. You weren't stopping.
Yep.
Like Daytona's like 200 or whatever. Like you ain't stopping. Like you're going until the race is over. I don't like the segments. Not into that shit at all. I don't understand it, honestly. Like whenever like they're doing it, it's like, so you from what I understand, and I'm probably 100% wrong, if you win the third stage, you're the winner of the race.
Yeah, you're the winner of the race. You might not get the most points from winning it. So like if there's 3 stages and you have like the first 2 stages, this is also my understanding. If you lead, you get points for winning those stages. But whoever obviously crosses the finish line still wins the technical race. But they might only get so many points versus the guy that might have led the first 2 stages. He might get more points, in the standings. But
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
yeah,
Should
it's not. It should be a flat out race. Like you start, that's
like
where
it used to be.
That's where you finish. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say.
Hell yeah.
I've been wanting to ask you that since you started talking about it, but we just kind of kept rolling, so I was like, I'll just wait till the end.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, then, D-Money.
No, you're good. You're good.
For sure. Hey, like I said, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, stay up to date with what we're doing. And we are looking to grow this channel and grow the content that you guys know and love. And hopefully will rock with us for as long as we do this thing. So that being said, till next time, everybody, stay golden.